Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. Now in today's episode we're going to be looking at two car reviews. We're going to be looking at the Mini Cooper S electric, I did say electric, and the BMW i4, which is again another electric car. Two electric cars for us to review. Now this is the first time I reviewed a BMW and a Cooper S, so it'll be very interesting to see how those cars perform. But before we do that, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsor today, CarVertical. Look at this car. Perfect, isn't it? A beautiful S3. But what if I told you that this car once looked like this? Nobody wants to buy a car like that. So that's where our sponsor, CarVertical, can help. CarVertical is available in 20 different countries as seen in the screen here, and gathers information from insurance companies, salvage websites and other sources. Okay, so check out my car here. So here we're looking at the S3 that we saw earlier on. So looking at the mileage, that's okay. It hasn't been stolen, and the car we can see has definitely been in an accident. It has no outstanding finance. Quick check at the mileage, and we can see that that's consistent from the day that this car was purchased. We had a sharp rise and then a consistent rise over the next few years. But let's take a look at the damage. So here we go. We can see our damage. We can see that the damage was recorded in the United Kingdom, and then CarVertical has checked all these other countries. And here we have the detail. It was damaged in 2019. That was a record that was recorded, and the car was recorded as a category S. So if we wanted to buy the car regardless, we can see what the market value is. We can obviously negotiate a better deal. Now, on the flip side, here it's a good report. This is my Audi TT, all four greens, so I know that all the information that I'm going to be seeing here on the CarVertical website is going to be useful information that I could use to perhaps even get a better price. So whether you're buying a new car or just inquisitive and want to check out the status of your car, check out the link below to get a discount and have that peace of mind by using CarVertical. Now, back to our video. Brilliant. Okay, so the first car that we're going to take out is the Cooper S, and I was really surprised about this car because I thought it was going to be quite a challenging car to drive, being the fact that it's quite small, it's an electric car, and it's a Mini. But I was pleasantly surprised. Let me show you why. Okay, so you join me in this BMW Mini Electric. It's the Cooper S model, and my first impressions of this car, I am really impressed with the legroom. I've been able to push this seat right back, and it's gone back further than any other car that I've driven today. It's incredible how much. I'm literally touching the seat behind. That's how much it's gone back. Now, in terms of the instrument display, the Mini obviously copies the old style Mini. If you've ever seen an original Mark 1 Mini, which I've owned several in my time, this car is really trying to mimic that with the big center console, which is full of sat nav, and the infotainment system as well. Then we've got this little dashboard in front of us here, which is a digital dash, small dash over the middle of the steering wheel, which shows us our power and how much power we're using. So we've got about 50% power in here. This has also got a sunroof as well, which is quite nice, and obviously it's got the passenger roof, so it's got like a complete panoramic roof, which is really good. So we're going down the old Alpine route. Again, this car feels really stable. It's a nice controlled car. You can really kind of throw this car around and feel like you're in full control. So from that perspective, that's really good. In terms of stability, it feels very stable. And I'm doing 43 miles an hour on the Alpine road, which I'm beginning to know very well. And you know, no drama at all. It's a little bit more exciting than the BMW we drove earlier, in the sense that because it's a small car you can throw it around, but at the same time very comfortable, extremely comfortable car as well. Okay, so that was the Cooper S. Now let's take a look at the i4. We're going to take that around the old Millbrook banking roads as well. Right, okay, so we're about to take out this i4. First time I've ever driven a BMW, an i4, particularly of this brand. So this is a complete new experience for me. And this car looks really nice. It's got like a matte blue coating finish to it, sitting on 20-inch rims. And yeah, it's a really nice looking car. So let's get the camera set up and let's take it out for a little run. Okay, so we're in this BMW i4 and we're going to take this car out on the old hill run. So straight away you hear, as you go on to as you drive this car, you can hear you've got that little electric motor hum that you get with these cars. You know, the hum that you get where they plumb in this artificial sound. In terms of the seating position of this car, it's not too bad. It's definitely comfortable. My 6'2" frame sits in this car really comfortable, actually. Really comfortable. I'm suitably impressed. This car has heads-up display, a bit like the Q4 that we drove earlier on. And you have this lovely wraparound dashboard with all the infotainment system. So I've got a nice big clock here that shows me my speed, and it's showing me that I'm in drive, and also how many neutrons we're burning. Now, in terms of how this car feels, it does feel quite firm, but comfortable with it. So we're just following this EQ450 at the moment, and not too bad. So in a second we'll get on the bowl, and then the old hill climb, the Alpine route I should say, and we'll see how this car performs on that. But my first impressions are really good. It's quite a comfortable car to drive. I can see me doing plenty of miles in this. I can see why Joe loves these cars so much. Hopefully this car, the EQ in front of me, is going to go a little quicker. Come on chap, put your foot down. The regenerative braking on this is really good actually. You can, I found that actually because I drove an i3 and that had really good regenerative braking, that you could drive it 1 foot. Let's give this guy some distance. Otherwise I'll get a little yellow flag waved at me. Okay, so here we go. So we're on the Alpine route. We're avoiding the bumpy roads. Again, this car feels very stable, very controlled. For a saloon, it definitely is very predictable. Very predictable. Although we're already driving at 36 miles an hour, so if the chap in front was going a little bit quicker, we could probably take it on the edge. When I drove the R8 earlier on, it felt that was so controlled, and we were able to really push that car, even though you can already take it at 55 miles an hour. But to be fair, on these Alpine routes, you don't really want to do that. This just feels a lot more comfortable. It definitely does feel comfortable. I'm sitting a bit higher up as well, which will probably help. And the seats grab you very well, so I don't feel like I'm moving around. But I think because we are sitting that much higher, I can see the road better. Whereas before, it was quite difficult to see the road. In the R8, it was quite low down. And on this Alpine stretch of road, you've got some really blind corners, so it does make it challenging. I've got a trail of cars behind me now because this guy's going so slow. Oh. Overtaking is permitted. So we're going to take this guy on the outside. There we go. Past him now. There we go. Brakes are really good. Good solid brakes on this. And then there's that plumbed in engine sound, electronic sound. So it does drive very well. There's our blind corner. Some beans on the corner. There we go. I must say, this car does pick up very quickly. There's a hill. Do a jump. Yeah, certainly impressed with this car. It's a very comfortable car to drive, very predictable, but not dull. So let's take her on the high-speed run now, and let's see how she runs on that. If there's one criticism I would say about this car, it's a little clinical, if you know what I mean. In the sense that it's very German, well designed, there's nothing clunky about it. So it probably makes it a little dull. I mean, I would drive this car and I would enjoy driving this car, but I don't think I would look forward to driving this car after a while. That is not saying that if I would buy this car, yeah, I probably would, but it would probably be my daily driver, if that makes sense. It's a very comfortable daily driver, but if you want something that's exciting, probably this is not the car for you. Sorry, BMW. Alright, let's see how this car does on the high-speed bowl. Okay, we have orange lights, so we're okay. And we are looking for high-speed traffic. Don't see any, so we're good to go. Lane 1. Something's on lane 1. Let's go to lane 3. So she picks up very well, drives very well as well. There's somebody on the outside lane. Not sure they're supposed to be there. There you are. So this is quite a comfortable driver at the speeds. nothing to really write home about. It's a very comfortable car at speeds. And I think the padding on the arms, I tend to put my arms on the central reservation, the central console here, and also on the pads here. And it's very comfortable, very comfortable. Okay, let's come off this lane now. And let's exit. Here we go. Now, in terms of the controls, the infotainment system, everything here is at your fingertips. It's very easy to get hold of. Like I said, the clock, I like the fact that everything goes right over the dashboard. Although I would say that the steering wheel is somewhat obscures the clock a little bit, so you don't really get to see, or it blocks the dials. But I guess that's only if you're turning. You've got carbon fiber inlays all over the car as well, which looks really good. Yeah, good car. Okay, so two great cars. Really impressed with the Mini. I really wasn't expecting the way things turned out there, how comfortable that car was to drive. It was really impressive. So I want to thank BMW for the opportunity to be able to review those cars. The only regret, like I said with the Audi, didn't get enough time with the cars to really explore the features and all the various things, but hopefully that will happen in the near future. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe down here, click on the bell notification so you're notified, and we're going to see you on the next one. Take care.